Law enforcement officials from around the basin responded to a high-speed chase that lasted over an hour and ended up right here behind me. The ice we have to scrape off our windshields turned to slush on the roads, and it turns to ice again as night falls.
The state of Texas allows parents to freeze their child's credit report until they turn 18, making it a bit more challenging for thieves and their tricky ways.
DPS dive team have been out here for hours searching for a possible murder weapon in the pond. Police say people are making it easier on the thieves by leaving the key in the ignition when a man tried to throw 2 dogs into oncoming traffic. And if there's any alcohol detected, don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. A teenager steals a bright purple hot rod worth about $40,000. A man says he spotted the littering suspects right here behind me at Comanche Trail just before he tried to run them over. Spotted. Possible illegal dumpers. And you won't believe what happens next.
They pulled up, they got out, opened the trunk, and immediately they were just starting to, just dump. It was like some big leaves, yard work.
Another walk in the park for David Chavez, taking his daily stroll through Comanche Trail Monday evening until he saw some illegal activity. After a shrug and a laugh, the suspects took off, but not before Chavez took snapshots.
I was kind of just disappointed that somebody's doing this to our park.
A place the community cherishes.
This is one of our Odessa's most, beautiful places.
And thanks to Chavez, it'll stay that way.
When people realize that I'm the victim, they are shocked like you, that I lived to tell the story.
Flashback to a year ago in Big Spring.
An elderly woman stabbed, sexually assaulted, and ultimately left for dead.
85-year-old Verma Enfield's life changed.
It's a miracle that I'm here today.
Kidnapped and tortured for hours with a hunting knife, the attacker drove the weapon right through her heart.
He cut my throat twice. Then he stabbed me 10 times. The stab wounds were in my chest, my stomach, and my back. So he intended to kill me.
Finally driving her to a secluded area, leaving her to die. But Verma wasn't ready.
I flung myself toward the road. I saw car lights, and I raised my arm, and I did like this, and the pickup stopped.
And a year later, still no leads, just a sketch of what the suspect could have looked like.
The whole thing is scary. It's traumatic. And I hate that she even had to go through it.
Verma's neighbor, Gloria Pierce, says this is an unbelievable story.
To know that she survived it and is probably a way stronger woman now is amazing.
A tough cookie, that's what Verma's son, a former quarterback for the Big Spring Steers, calls her. And he often says,
"We thought we were tough, but we don't have nothing on you."
Verma calls herself a survivor, but knows on that day she was not alone.
Just the fact that I was found, rescued, is a miracle of God.
14, 15, 25, 50, 75, there's 55, and Abraham makes 60.
A small price to pay for a shoe as good as new. His hands broken in from years of mending shoes.
Feast and famine, but we wouldn't do nothing else.
West Texas cobbler Mike Norris stays afloat in what some say is a sinking economy.
We just tighten our belts and keep on trucking.
The rustic repair shop plans ahead for the bumpy ride businesses often see in the basin.
Do I need to order as much next month, or do we need to cut back?
Questions the small business owner can effortlessly answer after going through fluctuating markets year after year.
We've learned from the ups and the downs. You don't overextend.
Tips from a tradesman. Stringing success together one boot at a time.
Have a little in the bank to help, hold you out.
It's a shoe or boot for the soul, a shop that's been in the tall city for almost 60 years, priding themselves on honesty and a good work ethic.
This country was founded on small businesses, and that will never go away.
But in today's competitive business world,
A year ago, business would just automatically come to you. Sometimes you didn't have to look for it.
owners might find themselves flipping positions.
In a downturn economy, you have to wear your sales hat.
Enrique Romero with UTPB's Small Business Development Center breaks down survival strategies.
At the end of the day, it's all about how do you manage your business.
And for Norris, it's the secret to his success.
Doing all right? How's your husband doing?
He's in the business to build lasting relationships.
We call them friends.
Thank you.
The shop thanks the boom and their loyal customers.
Yeah.
We have the best customers, no joke. We love every one of them, don't we?
A miracle for the humble cobbler who can keep his doors open.
We're still here. Thank you, Jesus. We're still here.
Because it's not about making a dollar.
As long as God has blessed me with a roof over my head and a bed to sleep in, I'm a rich man.
So the next time you pick up your boots, remember they were handcrafted from the heart. A special pair of shoes repaired by a man and business which knows the secret to a small business's survival.
Storm coverage tonight, that flooding plaguing the tall city, sweeping away dozens of vehicles and forcing some to be knee-deep in water. And the slick roads causing a fatal accident on Highway 191 tonight. To track down students skipping school, Midland ISD officials, teachers, and volunteers going door to door. 33-year-old Sean Bolton was shot while on duty Saturday. His death has left the community and police force in shock. Two thieves hit up a JCPenney, stealing several $100s in merchandise. Surveillance video showed Taylor vandalizing vehicles at an Arlington car dealership. Minutes later, Taylor was fatally shot. Small aircraft goes down in Midland County this weekend. Officials tell us the plane crashed near South County Road 1270.